There is a power in words that most people never realize. Words are not just sounds or letters. Words carry energy, they carry intent, and they carry the ability to shape your mind, your emotions, and even your life. Most people speak constantly, filling the air with explanations, justifications, and stories of what they have done or what they hope to do. They give their energy away with every word, often without even noticing. They post their lives online. They share their struggles with everyone. They try to convince others of their worth. And in the process, they weaken themselves. They dilute their focus. They scatter their energy. But what if I told you that there is a different way? A way to use words that does not involve seeking approval or attention. A way to speak in silence, to speak to yourself, to unlock something inside that no one else can touch. This is where these 4 words come in. Just 4 words, simple, quiet, but so powerful that if you say them consistently, privately, every day, they will begin to transform the way you see yourself, the way you think, and the way you move through the world. The secret is in the privacy. The secret is in the silence. Because when you speak these words only to yourself, when no one else knows them, they hold a power that cannot be stolen or diminished. They become a foundation of strength that exists quietly inside you, even when the world is noisy. They give you clarity in moments of doubt, courage in moments of fear, and direction when everything seems confusing. And here's the truth. Most people will never understand this. Most people think power comes from visibility, from showing, from proving, from getting recognition. But real power is silent. Real power grows in the unseen, in the private moments, in the small rituals that you do for yourself. Saying these 4 words is not about vanity. It's not about ego. It's about reclaiming your mind, reclaiming your focus, and reclaiming your energy. It's about planting a seed that will grow into confidence, resilience, and peace, but only if you protect it. These words are a reminder that you do not need permission to be who you are. You do not need anyone to validate your progress. You do not need applause to know your worth. And when you start saying them, quietly, consistently, you will notice a shift. Your thoughts will stop running in circles. Your mind will stop doubting. Your heart will stop seeking approval. And for the first time, you will feel the freedom that comes from knowing that your strength, your focus, and your clarity are yours alone, held in these 4 simple, sacred words. Now, I want you to imagine your mind as a room. Right now, most people are filling it with clutter, with noise, with constant comparisons, with fears and doubts that they don't even notice. Every notification, every opinion, every comment becomes another object in that room. And slowly the room becomes crowded. There is no space for focus. There is no space for clarity. There is no space for calm. That is the state most people live in. Most people walk through life carrying a mind full of unnecessary noise, constantly reacting, constantly explaining themselves, constantly trying to prove their worth to everyone around them. And it is exhausting. But these 4 words I'm talking about are like a key to that room. They act as a doorway, a clearing, a small space where silence can exist. They create room for focus, room for calm, room for strength. They are not words you shout at the world. They are not words you post on social media. They are words you say quietly, only to yourself, as a private affirmation, as a gentle reminder that you are in control of your mind, your energy, and your life. When you say these words, you are telling yourself that you do not need anyone's permission to be who you are. You are telling yourself that your value is not measured by approval, likes, or recognition. You are telling yourself that you are enough exactly as you are, and that is enough to move forward, to grow, to thrive. And the beauty of it is in the simplicity. Just 4 words, but repeated consistently, quietly, and intentionally, can reshape your mindset. They allow you to step back from the chaos, to stop reacting impulsively to every noise or opinion, to stop giving your energy away to things that do not serve you. When you begin this practice, you will notice subtle changes at first. Your thoughts will become clearer. Your mind will feel lighter. You will notice that you are less affected by the opinions of others. You will notice that fear and doubt do not have the same grip on you. And as you continue, the changes become stronger. You start creating a space in your life where focus is natural, where calm is your default, where your energy is protected. And everything you do from that space becomes more powerful because it is guided by clarity, not noise. These 4 words are not just a phrase, they are a tool, a shield, and a guide. And the reason they work so well is because they are yours alone. They belong to you. They cannot be taken, they cannot be diluted. And every time you say them, you are reinforcing that space in your mind, that clarity, that freedom, that power that is growing quietly but undeniably inside of you. Here is the moment when most people fail. They try to seek validation from the outside. They share their successes, their struggles, their mindset, and their progress with everyone around them, expecting applause, approval, or recognition. And when the world does not respond the way they hope, they feel discouraged, small, and powerless. But the truth is, the world does not owe you validation. And the sooner you accept this, the sooner you will find real freedom. That is why these 4 words are so important. You do not share them. You do not announce them. You carry them silently, privately, and intentionally. Because their strength comes from the fact that they exist only between you and yourself. They are a personal power that cannot be diminished by anyone else's opinion. When you speak them in private, they remind you that your journey is yours alone. They remind you that your happiness, your growth, and your peace are not dependent on anyone else's approval. They are a shield against the doubts that creep in from the outside world. They are a quiet force that protects your energy from negativity, gossip, judgment, and comparison. And when you begin to live from this quiet, internal place, something remarkable happens. You no longer need to prove yourself. You no longer need to explain yourself. You no longer need to seek anyone's recognition to feel complete. These 4 words become a compass, guiding you toward what truly matters, toward action that is meaningful, toward growth that is independent of circumstance. The beauty of this is subtle at first. You may notice it in small ways. An argument does not shake you, criticism does not sting as deeply, challenges do not feel insurmountable. Slowly, consistently, these words build an inner strength that is unshakable because it is not dependent on external factors. And as this strength grows, the people, opportunities, and circumstances around you begin to shift naturally. You act with confidence because it is rooted in self-trust, not in the hope of approval. You make decisions that align with your values, not what others expect. You move through the world with calm and clarity, even when chaos surrounds you. And that is the true power of these 4 words. They transform the way you live, silently and privately, without fanfare, without the need to show, prove, or announce. They give you freedom from the constant need to measure yourself against others. They give you independence, peace, and focus. And when you realize that your growth, your strength, and your happiness are held quietly in these 4 simple words, you will understand why keeping them to yourself is the most powerful choice you could ever make. These words become your anchor in a world that constantly tries to shake you. They remind you that the most important validation comes from within, and once you own that, nothing outside can control you. Finally, I want you to understand this. Saying these 4 words is not a one-time event. It is not a mantra you whisper once and forget. It is a practice, a habit, a ritual that you build slowly, quietly, consistently, and intentionally. Life will test you. Challenges will come. People will doubt you. Circumstances will feel heavy. And in those moments, the temptation is always to reach out for approval, to seek validation, to explain yourself, to justify why you feel, think, or act a certain way. That is exactly when these 4 words matter the most. They are your anchor. They are your compass. They are the quiet voice that says, you are enough, you are capable, you are in control. And here is the thing. The power of these words is not in shouting them. The power is in their secrecy, in the intimacy of speaking them only to yourself. No one else needs to hear them. No one else needs to witness them. Their magic is in the privacy, in the space between you and your mind, where change begins quietly, but grows relentlessly. You say them when you wake up in the morning and the world feels overwhelming. You say them when fear creeps in and self-doubt tries to take over. You say them when life feels unfair, and the easiest thing would be to blame, complain, or explain yourself to someone else. You say them every time you need a reminder that your energy belongs to you, your focus belongs to you, and your life belongs to you, and over time you will notice the difference. You will feel calm when chaos surrounds you. You will feel strength when challenges appear impossible. You will feel clarity when confusion threatens to cloud your mind. You will realize that your power has always been inside of you, quietly nurtured, quietly strengthened, quietly protected by these 4 words. And one day, without realizing it, you will look back at your life and see the transformation. You will see how far you have come, silently, privately, powerfully. You will see that the world did not give you validation, but it did not matter, because you had given it to yourself. You will understand that the moments when you said these words alone in your mind were the moments that built your resilience, your confidence, and your freedom. And from that point on, life will feel different. Not because circumstances have changed, but because you have. You will walk through the world with a quiet power that others cannot take away. You will act with a clarity that cannot be shaken. You will live with a confidence that comes from within, and that is the most valuable power anyone can ever have. These 4 words, spoken privately, will guide you, protect you, and transform you. They are yours, sacred, unshakable, and quietly unstoppable.